Did you know that the only prerequisite to making a decision is do you want it? And I learned this almost 6 years ago when I had to make a decision between going back to school and finishing my degree or moving on and starting life in a way that I wanted to live. Hi, my name is Anton Benning and welcome to this episode of the Freedom Lifestyle. In this podcast, I try to speak on topics that not just fascinate me, but that I believe that can help people all around to live life the way that they want to live it. Do what we want to do, have what we want to have, be who we want to be, with whoever we want to be with. And I think this freedom is what we all need in life. And if you are also inspired to create that quote unquote freedom lifestyle or join the new rich, get out of the rat race and live life on your own terms, please hit the button subscribe and I'll try to share as much of content of value as possible to help you on that journey. I just share my journey and the lessons that I learn on it to be able to perhaps provide you with a journey as well and speed up the journey to freedom. So how did this happen? It was almost 6 years ago and I was for a management internship in Barcelona. And during this management internship where I practiced revenue management, I had to officially go back to college for 6 months to finish my degree, to do something that we call a graduation project, but we had to do it in groups. And before I went to Barcelona, I already did it once, and it didn't really excite me, or I didn't enjoy doing it whatsoever. And I knew that I was never going to use that quote unquote degree or that piece of paper in my life anyway, because I would never want to be dependent upon a piece of paper, upon a degree. I would never want to rely on that for certainty in my life. I knew that I'd want to create my own certainty, and that true certainty in life comes from within and not from anything external from us. So here in Barcelona, we made the decision to not go back to school, but to start our life and to move to a beautiful beach in Cyprus. And we enjoyed it so much here that we ended up living there for 2 years, which initially we thought perhaps we stay 6 months and then we move on again. But it was paradise. And the most important lesson that I took from this was that the only prerequisite to making a decision is, do you want it? You 100%, and so do I, and everybody, every human being at least, because we have that reasoning factor in our higher faculty, in the mind, that helps us to think, that helps us to originate ideas and to accept or reject ideas. In essence, to consciously decide on what it is that we want. And very often I hear people say, but that isn't logical. Or all the friends and family surrounding me back then, when I made the decision to, with my lady, go and live on a beach and sell some energy contracts by phone to generate an income, and not finish my degree, which would have only taken 6 more months, but I would have had to move back to another city where I didn't want to live in and sort everything out in that city again, for something that I knew wasn't gonna matter in my life, really. So to everybody else, that decision seemed ridiculous. But to us, it was what we wanted. And making decisions based upon what we want often seem to be illogical decisions. But for our lives to shape in a way that we want to live, does it matter if something is logical or illogical? I decided that for me it doesn't matter if to the outer world or people around us something seems logical or illogical, as long as it seems to create something in my life that I want in my life. And us living there on Paradise really taught me the lessons, like in the way that Tony Robbins says it, that decisions shape destiny. And they really do. But another issue that a lot of people often bring up is, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time to do it. I really want it, but I don't have the money for this holiday or whatever that it is. I think I can't do it. I can't start this business. I can't come to your wedding because it's on the other side of the world. I can't do this. I can't do that. But in essence, either if we believe we can or if we believe we can't, either way, we're right. I think it was Henry Ford who said that. So, decisions shape destiny. It is up to us, up to you and me, to shape our lives in a way that we want to shape our lives. And we do it by the power of decisions. And all these quote-unquote circumstances that hold so many people back, it is up to us to realize that circumstances might make a detour to realizing that what we want, but it should never prevent us from making the decision. Because once we make a decision, Ralph Waldo Emerson stated, the universe conspires with us to make it happen. But it needs to be a disciplined, a committed decision. Because if we make a decision and we're like flaky, then we make a decision but we don't take the actions that we have to do to realize that which we want, or we don't persist long enough to realize that what we want. When we make a decision, it needs to be a committed decision. And commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. Like Bob Proctor always thought, like, you don't need the money. You don't need the resources. You don't need anything until you've made the decision. And once you've really faithfully made the decision, everything in the universe that you need for that thing to happen in your life will come to you. That thing that you are looking for in your life is also looking for you. And the only way to move faster towards that what we want, or towards that which we've decided upon, is to increase our awareness. For example, maybe you need something in your business for that which you want. You decided you want to add an extra $1 million to your bottom line. Or you decided that you want a genius programmer to join your team in business. Or maybe not business, maybe health and fitness. You decided that you want six-pack abs. And how do you get this? Awareness. Of course, you need to be aware of the food then that you put in your body, or of the exercises that you do. But perhaps you're just walking through the supermarket and you bump into a rack, and on that rack is a magazine, and that magazine states, this is the #1 coach for six-pack abs. And perhaps you leave your cart there, grab the magazine, purchase it, reach out to the person, and that person gets you your six-pack abs within, I don't know what's realistic, 3 weeks. It's all about awareness, and it is about raising our awareness to newer levels, to higher levels. The higher our awareness, the greater our possibilities. The fascinating thing, when we go back throughout time, when we know that, say for example, the Wright brothers had no clue how to get an airplane in the sky, because everything that is heavier than air can't stay up there, right? That's logical. But They knew it was possible. They were aware of the fact that perhaps a bird is heavier than air as well, but it flies too. So they raised their awareness, and they kept raising their awareness to the idea of the possibility of realizing travel by air, until they reached a level where they found a possibility, where that which they were looking for also was looking for them, and it came together. And now there's an uncountable amount of airplanes in the sky. So what is it that you want? Make a decision today. Change your life by making a decision. When you make a decision, know that the universe will conspire with you to realize that which you want. And don't forget that the only prerequisite to making a decision is asking yourself the question, do I want it? Nothing else matters. There we go. Thank you very much for listening today, and I hope that I've been able to help you become aware of how powerful this skill called decision making really is in life. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Live with love and live with passion. Namaste.